Hey everyone, I'm attorney Joseph McClelland, and today we're going over the topic of identity theft affidavits. Coming up. Alright, so you've clicked on this video and you're watching and you have a question about identity theft affidavits. So I'm assuming at this point that you have legitimate identity theft counts on your credit report. So what is an identity theft affidavit? Okay, well, first of all, it's an affidavit and it's additional proof that you can use to give the credit bureaus in order for them to fully analyze your credit report and specifically certain accounts on there that you say aren't yours. And so an identity theft affidavit is just one vehicle. You can also use a police report, and you can also use a very specific template that includes the language of under the penalty of perjury. So an identity theft affidavit is just a document, and you're going to need to include that document with your actual dispute letter. And so where do you get that document? Well, you can get that from identitytheft.gov, and there are probably some other similar templates, but I would go directly there if that's the method that you want to use. And trust me, you don't have to use that method at all. You can use the police report, which we don't really advise. And in my office, our process is to use our own standard letter that has that language in there because it's just how we like to do it. We think that's best. So you go to the identitytheft.gov and you want to fill out your identity theft affidavit. What's going to be in it? Well, basically your information, so your current name, your name, your current address, probably even a previous address to make sure they're going to pull your information specifically, date of birth, your social security number, and then you're going to list the accounts that you believe were fraudulently created. And so in that you will include the account number for each and the dollar amount that's listed. And that means that you will need to be looking at your credit disclosure or credit report in order to get that information. On there as well, you'll include some information about how you think it was stolen and who you think stole that information. And so that's it. So you can fill that out, you'll complete the form, and when you get to the end, you'll want to print that out and sign it. And again, this is just one step. So once you get the once you get the identity theft affidavit, that doesn't mean that it's over. So just filling it out is not going to do anything. It's literally just a document now between you and yourself, okay? That document now has to be given over to the credit bureaus. You don't need to send that to the furnisher or the company that's providing that information, although I would always send a courtesy copy to them of what you sent to the credit bureaus. So again, you're going to get that identity theft affidavit, you're going to complete it, now you want to include a proper dispute template. Now a lot of the ones I see online aren't cutting it, so if you want ours and you want to do this yourself, absolutely just reach out to us and we'll give it to you, and that's it. Specifically, actually, if you're in the situation and it's legitimate identity theft, I would not try to do this alone. This is not really a credit issue as much as it's actually a legal issue. It's a combination of both. And because of because of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you'll need to take the exact right steps. And if you do so and it's not removed in a very short period of time, it's 4 days under the statute, then you're actually entitled to a fair amount of money under either a state law or under that Fair Credit Reporting Act law. So doing that yourself is just kind of a ridiculous idea if it's legitimately identity theft. It's always best to consult a Fair Credit Reporting Act attorney to get that done. Not only are the attorney's fees paid under the statute, but like I mentioned, there's can be a substantial amount of money to you as the victim of identity theft. And so going it alone when you have all those things going for you makes absolutely no sense. Guys, that's about everything you're going to need to know for an identity theft affidavit. So I'm attorney Joseph McClelland. If you wish for me to get involved, my firm to get involved, please reach out. If you want to do it yourself, by all means, you go for that. I support you 100%. So I'm attorney Joseph McClelland, and I'm wishing you and yours all the best.